Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, my returning subscribers and those of you who are new, welcome. I had a request from one of you beautiful subscribers and Facebook followers on printing as well as fussy cutting a printable. So I promised that I would do a video on doing that, and I'm going to go ahead and do that because I believe that this person wants to know how to reduce the size as well as how I cut them out, which for me is quite simple because I've been doing it so long, but I understand for some that it may not because you're not accustomed to doing it. But I'm going to show you how I print my printables. I can reduce the size of the document so that it can fit in a half letter or maybe even a smaller planner, as well as how I fussy cut and what I use to fussy cut those printables. So without any further ado, I'm going to show you the computer screen with me actually going through the process of setting up the print to have it printed. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to show you how I fussy cut it out. So let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this, how to print your printable. I'm going to show you with a single page. This is a one-page printable that I'm looking at here. And then this is a two-page printable. So let's look at the first one, which is a one-page printable. And these are all printables that I've, in case anyone tries to ask me, these are printables that I've shared with my Facebook group. This one was shared recently, this single page printable. So I would go up here and I'm working, and my documents have opened up through the Adobe Acrobat program. If you do not have the Adobe Acrobat program, most times you will have the have it installed in your browser. So sometimes most times if you click to open, it'll open up in your browser and you can still access it like this, or the document will open up in a similar program on your desktop. I am operating from Windows as well. I want you to know that I'm operating from Windows. So I don't know how this is going to look from an Apple product perspective as far as the print window. I don't know. I'm operating in Windows 11. So I'm going to go up here to the top and I'm going to click. You can see my mouse. I'm going to click on print. This is the one-page printable. And you can see the printable here in the window. This is a landscape printable. And as you can see, landscape is already set here. And this is, I have several printers. I have an Epson, and this is the Epson that's selected here. I have 3 Canons, and I have a laser printer, as well as a printer that I use for shipping labels because of the business. But whether I select the Epson or whether I select one of the Canons, all this is going to show the same on this print menu. So I'm just going to leave it on, actually I'm going to put it on the Canon because that's where I print from most. And for you to get the best quality, you're going to have to go into the properties of your printer. Let's do that first. For Canon, the print properties are here in the main. You see where it says color intensity. You can leave it to auto, which will give you like a basic print, probably a little dulled out. Or you can do manual and you can set to increase the intensity of the color and also the contrast. Okay? Also with Canon, you can do preset coloring. So because again, I have a business, I have presets for like my white matte. I have my matte prints, which are the papers I print for the quarterly. I have the white matte, which is for the sticker sheets. I have preset color settings, but you can do it manually like I just showed you for whichever printer that you're using. You can set it so that you can get a better quality print. Okay, so I am going to select this because I'm going to print this. I'm going to set matte because I really don't need this document. I'm doing this for demonstration purposes. So I'll select white. Most of my things are on borderless because I do a lot of paper printing. I'm going to take off the borderless for this. It's set on high quality, a high print quality, and I'm going to click OK. Now, here we are back to this main print menu. If you want to print a full 11 by 8.5 or a full 8.5 by 11 page print, then you would keep it on the actual size, or you can select fit. What fit will do is make sure, I think fit is a better option. If you select fit, fit will make sure that everything prints within the page and doesn't go over or outside the border of the page. So fit is a better option if you want to print a full page of this printable. Now let's say you want to use this printable in a half letter and you want to reduce it because the elements will print too big. Here's what you do. Select multiple. When you select multiple, it automatically sets to 2, meaning it'll print 2 per page. And because this is a single page printable, all of it is going to be up here because you don't have a second page. So keep in mind, if you do this, you're going to have some excess paper laying over or sticker paper, whatever you're printing this on, because you can print your printables on plain white copy paper. You can print it on clear matte sticker paper. You can print it on white sticker paper. You can also print it on cardstock. Whatever medium you're going to print it on, if it's a single page and you want to reduce it and print 2 per page, this is what you're going to get. It's going to print this printable on half of the page. This will reduce it down to a size that'll make it usable for a half letter or any smaller planner that you plan to use it in. Now, if you don't want it this small, let's go back to size. Size always puts it back to the original size. If you want to print it and you don't want it to be that small, what you can do is custom scale. And custom scale is usually set at 100, but you can reduce this down to, let's say, I think 70 is a good option. I'm going to put it to 70. I'm going to click here to see what this looks like. So you see this brings it down. You can also change this to portrait so that it doesn't look so weird at the top corner of the page on the landscape view. So this makes it a little bigger, right? But still you can use this and it'll be small enough to use in your half letter or a smaller planner or whatever you choose. Okay, so that is your option for printing your printable using a single page printable. Let's look at the double page. So I'm going to click cancel because I don't want to do that. And whatever you leave it on, that's probably what you're going to find it on when you go back. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is the 2-page printable. This is something I shared this past December with my Facebook group. So this is 2 pages. So I'm going to click print. And as you can see, it's set to actual, but even with the actual, like I was saying before, if you don't want it to run off the page, you can set it to fit, which will make sure that everything prints within the page and nothing gets cut off when you print these 2 pages. All right. Again, you would go into your properties, you would set your, go back to the printer I chose. You go into your properties, you would select your print setting. I don't want it to be borderless. I'm gonna take that off. And that way you'll get the most vibrancy in the color when it prints. I can't go into too much detail with that because everyone has a different printer. So you're going to have to play with your printer settings to see what gives you the most vibrancy in the color or the color that you find favorable in using your in printing the printable for your layouts. So here we are. This is the 2 pages. So this will print 2 full sheets. This will be page 1, a full sheet. This will be page 2 on a full sheet. Now, again, perhaps you want to use this on a half letter and you don't want it to be so large. You can, again, select multiple. And because this is 2 pages, it automatically puts both pages on that 1 8.5 by 11 sheet. Do you see that? Now with this, you don't want to do custom, because if you do it at 70, it will not look, it'll probably, see, it'll put it on 2 pages still because it's too big for both of them to fit on 1 page. So you'll want to do multiple. That way you can get these both on 1 page. However, again, you want to print this, whether it's on copy paper, clear matte, white matte, or cardstock, it'll all print on 1 page, these 2 pages. That way it's small enough that you can use this for a half letter or a smaller planner, or however you choose to use it. And that is how I actually print these for my half letter devotional faith journal. I print it like this. That way I get it on 1 page and everything is small and proportioned enough, well proportioned for that half letter. So this is how you would do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now print out this page. I'll print it on copy paper because, again, I've already used this in my devotional faith journal. I don't really need it. I'll print it on copy paper to show you how with my print settings it comes out vibrantly, and I'll show you how I cut my printable. All right, so that is the end of the print settings. Now I'm going to transition to where I'm going to show you a top-down view with me on how showing you, God, I can't speak, showing you how I would cut out my printables. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I've got my page printed, and because I don't want to waste paper and I don't need this, I've already used up this printable. I've also shown you how it looks when you do the 2 to a page. So this size is great for using in your half letter, right? Okay, so turning this over, how I fussy cut it most times is to use a scissor. And I go through pretty fast because I'm used to doing it. Now, the key to fussy cutting is that you're putting your scissor down and you're pressing it down, but you're not turning the scissor. What you're doing is turning the page. So let me just do a little sample. So I'm going to press down. I'm going to act like if I'm cutting out this lady, but I'm pressing my scissor down, but I am turning the page. And I'm going very slow. So I'm turning the page and I'm pressing down until I can't go down, and I'll go up a little bit and then I'll continue pressing the scissor down, but I am turning the page. That is the key to fussy cutting. Turn your page with one hand, the hand that's holding the page, and then press the scissor down with the hand that's holding the scissor. That way you can get through fussy cutting and you can get a good fussy cut. Take your time. If you're not like me, I will go through really fast, but I'm going slow so that you all can see. So if you can see what that looks like with me doing that fussy cut, and I like to use the longer scissor because then it gives me a longer length of time as far as pressing it down as opposed to using a shorter scissor. You can also cut your printables using this gyro cut. I've had this for years. I remember years ago, I told my friends about this when I discovered this and got this from Amazon. I think they sell even a different version, but it's called a gyro cut. And what it is that it has a blade with an angle. So what you want to do is that you're going to put the pointed side down into the page. And when you press it down, of course, please have a mat behind your printable. Once you press that pointed side down, you're going to keep that pointed side down as you glide around the image. And this takes some practice. As you can see, I don't have to turn my page. I'm just keeping it gliding around the image. And I'm just following around it. Let's see if that'll show you how that cut came out. So do you see that? that's how that cut came out with the gyro cut. Excuse me, frog in my throat. So you can use the gyro cut, you can use the scissors. Again, if you're gonna purchase this gyro cut, know that it takes a little practice, go slow. Down, so use an X-Acto knife if that works better for you. But that is how I fussy cut, and this is on plain copy paper. Again, you can print your printables on plain copy paper. Put some adhesive behind it, tape it down, or if you want to decoupage it, which is to take the paper, lay it down on something, and use hodgepodge over it to give it that seal. You can do that. You can print it on clear matte sticker paper, white matte, all of those you can get from Amazon, or cardstock. I like the cardstock option when I like to add some depth and put foam sticker tape behind my pieces. So that is how I print and cut my printables. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below. I'll be happy to answer them for you. I'll leave a link for the gyro cut. And I think that is about it. Again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching. And I will chat with you all again later. Be blessed, everyone. Bye-bye.